Assignment 67, again, I'm going to do the ones that are one step here, and then there's not much else to do, like this first one. So you solve it just as if it were an equality. So on this one, who knows what do we need to get rid of first? The -9. So please make sure that you're doing it exactly how I'm showing you. What's that, hon? You didn't get the worksheet itself? Okay. All right. So again, you need to be showing the equality steps. If you can't do that, we're having an issue, and you probably shouldn't be in advance. You need to be showing those steps. Later on, we'll take some shortcuts, but not right now. So again, I'm getting rid of the -9, and you're going to show a what? A +9 on both sides of the inequality. And then this cancels out, and b is equal to, or b is less than or equal to what?
54.
Is 54. Okay, and it's asking you, what is it saying? It says, justify your answer. We're not going to do that. Then write the solution set using words. We don't need to do that. We know b is less than 54. Do we need to write that also?
No.
I don't think so. All right, so let's just kind of go on. So nothing special here. Again, here's your balance side. What do I need to get rid of? The -4. Opposite is? +4. What I do on one side, I do on the other. And my final answer, this wipes out. So the final answer on this one is x is what? Greater than -7. Okay. Now, I ended up putting, like all of these had like a K, an F, an H. And if I did that, you'd know exactly which one it went to. So I put X on, I put N on most of the mixed up answers. So look for one where it says X or N is greater than or equal to -7. And it's this one right here. And you can cross it out. And this one is B is, this one I did put, B is less than or equal to 54, and cross it out. So then when you get down to here, let me see if there's any, oh, here. Yeah, we will do these. All right. This is kind of special. So what you start solving it like normal. And then what do I need to get rid of first? 3. How do I get rid of a +3? -3, -3. So this ends up being H. Oh, this one is not the one that's special. Is greater than or equal to what? Is that 28? +28. So this one I thought was special. It's not. Is that answer up there? Yes. Okay. All right. Now, here's one where it has the K on the right side. Right now, it's okay. Just solve it just like that. So what do I need to get rid of? The -8. So how do I get rid of a -8? Is a +8, +8. So right now, the K ends up on this side. And this is going to be what on this side?
Negative.
Is it -5? Okay. However, you need to switch it around because you cannot graph like this. Remember, we said your graph, and I'm not asking you to graph it on this side. Your graph is, if this is my 0, here's my 28. If you have the variable on the left side, your arrow goes in the same direction, greater than or equal to 28. But this one, this K is not on the left side, so you might draw your graph the incorrect way. So you need to switch it to K, and if I flip everything, I flip the sign, and -5. So rather than the arrow going to the right, it's going to go to the left. But you, on this side, you don't have to graph it. So all of our solutions to this are K is less than -5. And by the way, I should say, I can check that to test to see if the arrow is going in the correct direction by taking a number less than 10. I'm sorry, a number less than 5, which is -10. So -10 minus 8 is a -18. So that's a check. Is -13 greater than -18? Is yes, because -13 is closer to the 0. Closer to the 0 is warmer than this one. This one, the lower that is, the colder. So that is the correct direction. So you have to do the same thing on this one. What do we have to get rid of first? The 6, which is positive 6, positive 6. So that wipes out. And so our answer, we're almost done. It's going to be a what? And make sure you're showing this step so we see the original, how it was. And then what do you have to do? You're going to flip everything. So F, and the arrow is pointing towards the F. And I forgot to check my answers up there. So a number is less than -5. Should be right here. A number is less, all our solutions are less than 30. It is this one. Okay. All right. For this one. Okay. Then these, it's the same, but now they just get a little bit more elaborate. So here, some of you might want to use your paper. So I'm going to start with number 10. Number 10, I'm going to put my -4 is less than or equal to the P. But what do we have to do here? Solve it. Now, who knows what that's going to be when you take -2 minus 1? Very good. Because you should mentally put a comma. They're the same sign, so you sum. It's going to be, and there's more negatives. So it's P minus 3, and then you can start at this point. And then what do you have to do? Add 3. Add 3. Okay. And so positive 3 minus 3 crosses out, and you've got your P. It's actually less than or equal to, what is this going to be right here? A -1. However, what do we have to do with that whole thing? We have to flip it. So everything flips and the sign flips. The P is less than or equal to -1. All right. Is that answer up there? Yep. And we don't have to say it in words. We can see it right from that. We don't have to restate it. Your solutions are all going to be less than or equal to -1. And I'm trying to find one where you end up getting. So let's go ahead and do the 12. Okay. So this is a -1 is less than B. But let's go ahead and get these two together. Who knows what -10 and -2 is going to be? Very good. -12. Same sign, sum. And there's more of the negative signs. And then we're ready to go. Then it's not so hard. And then, so what happened? How do we get rid of the -12? Positive 12. Positive 12. And so B is, I'm reading it backwards, greater than, what's that going to be? 11. And then what do we have to do to show our final answer? Flip everything so we can graph it correctly. So B is greater than 11. And I want to be mindful of the time. Let's flip it over to the back. This is 10:54. 10:54. So I think we're doing okay. 10:54. Okay. So flip it to the back. Let's see what we got. Oh, I have no back. Oh, today you don't have any negatives. Oh, this is good. Oh, this is good, people. I have a feeling there's room to do these on the back, really.
There is.
Is this the same back that you have?
Yeah.
Okay. I think there is. All right. The only difference on this side, I'm going to help you with this one just so we can see what it means to check, to justify. So on this one, how do I get rid of the 20? Yeah, subtract 20, but really isn't subtracting. It's going to be same sign sum. You know, it's a -20, -20. So that crosses out, and you've got X is less than, what is that going to be? Very good. Same sign sum, and there's more of the negative. So what it means to check your solution, I'm not going to ask that you draw a graph here, but if I had, here's my 0, here's my -25, my solution, the arrow goes this way, pick any number that is less than negative 25. That's how you check. And I'm going to pick something with zeros, like, is it negative 100? No, you don't have to. Not on these anyway. Negative 100, is that less than negative 25? What's that? Unless you already know a number less than negative 25. I just graphed it so you can see. So is negative 100 less than negative 25?
Yeah.
It falls on this graph. So you might want to graph it if you want to. So I could check it by putting a negative 100 plus 20 is negative 80, and is negative 100, if I'm checking it. And 20 ends up being negative 80. Is negative 80 colder than negative 5?
Yeah.
Yes. So that means it is that this is correct. And my arrow is, this is going in the correct direction. Yeah. Okay. I'm not going to ask that you do that. I'm not going to, but if I didn't give you an answer bank, you probably should always check it mentally. You know, I'm not going to ask that you check it physically. So you just look and see if your answer is down here, n is less than 25, and there you go. Okay. But I just needed for you to know how to check it if you don't have an answer bank. So okay, then the last ones, and we're almost done. And again, you're just going to solve it, and these you're going to go ahead and graph. And you could mentally check it. You don't have to though, because you've got your mixed up answer bank down here. So let's just do the number 20, and I think I'll be done. So what do you do first on number 20?
Get rid of the 4. No, you add the 4 to.
You add the 4 and the what?
Negative.
Negative 2, because they're the same sign. So we're going to sum, and I'm going to put the p in front. So it's p, and what is that going to end up being?
Negative 6.
Negative 6, which is greater than or equal to negative 4. Then, now get rid of your negative 6. What's the opposite of a negative 6? Positive 6, positive 6. And who knows our final answer? Is greater than or equal to 2. Ah, this phone. Okay, so they do want you to graph it, so we'll just make a simple graph. Show your 0. Yes, that is the standard. You have your 0 and you show your beginning number. And again, is it open circle or closed circle? Closed, because it's also equal to 2, and it's going to the left or to the right? To the right, because it's in that direction. And that's it, okay? And that's it, people. So I'm not going to worry about the word problems. If you want to do those as extra, the mixed up answers are there. But if you could do down to 20, do anything on the front that we didn't do. What's that? You don't have to do the word problems. If you want to. What's that? No, you don't have to do the bottom. The critical thinking, no. So just these that we did not finish on the front and down through 20, and that is it. Can you handle that? Okay. All right. So 1 through 20. Okay.